Right. Okay, out of here. Morning shift done. Back for the afternoon. Well, what a day, what a morning. Great. I didn't work out though. Instead I went for breakfast. First time I've had breakfast in ages. Like actual breakfast, Kiwi breakfast. You know, like the early morning breakfast as you do. Something I'm not sort of used to anymore. So my body was going, what the heck? So I feel pumped, I feel amped. And I had a little bit of a demo type workout session with my client that I always work in with Calvin. Calvin's he's turned out to be an amazing athlete. I always knew he would. It was just a better. You know what a lot of people fail on is that self-belief, is that keeping faith in their coach or in their trainer or in their goals. Maybe not even key about the coach and the student. It's just sometimes the student themselves. Because the coach, you know, we mean well. You know, we always have the best interests in our clients. It's just whether the client has the ability to keep up and to persevere and turn up, to be consistent and not give up. And several times there I just thought, I don't think Calvin will make it. I think he just wants to give up now. Yeah, well, I don't even know. I mean, I give them the benefit of the doubt, really. I like them to prove me wrong. But I always throw these worst case scenarios in there because, you know what? I've always ended up disappointed. And being a coach for 30 plus years, I've had my fair share of disappointments and, you know, heartbreaks. And I really do. I get really heartbroken because, you know, you give her your all. You know, you give her your all to these to another fellow human being when, you know, they come in all ambitious and all with these beautiful goals of wanting to be this and be that, want to lose weight, or they want to put on weight, or whatever their goals may be. It doesn't really matter. So you get all excited for them. I don't know if any other coaches think like that. Well, I certainly do. I have been since day one. That's why I gave up my daytime job to pursue coaching and personal training. Because I just found there was this beautiful motivation link between, you know, helping another fellow human being. There was just something about it. You know, seeing another fellow human being blossom in their journey. There's just a lot to be said about that. So of course, it was no brainer for me. It was an easy pick. You know, you give up your career, you give up your security, the safe net that you have to take a risk in running your own personal training business, contract business. It was really a no-brainer because I was miserable. I was 23 years old and I was miserable. So I'd already nearly 8.5, 9 years of work in the workforce. I wasn't happy. I was over it. And by that time, I just saw how much I love, I love bodybuilding. In my spare time, which was not a lot of time, but I made time, I would do my training. I'll train every day. I don't think I missed a day in all my training preps, and I'll have, when I was younger, you have to condition yourself. That takes a bit of time. So I wasn't always born like this, where where I'm always, where I'm born to do this. I didn't think I was. I think I was the laziest guy person you'll ever meet. Real lazy. If Mum and my stepfather were still alive, they will tell you that they used to have to kick me out of bed in the morning. I was like a rock. You cannot wake me. That's how lazy I was. I don't even know if it's laziness, because I see it in my children. It's that they're growing. And, I have empathy. I've sympathized with that. Because I can remember my teen years. I don't know. I can't compare Mum and Dad's era to my era now as a parent myself. But what I do is compare them and try and be a better version of them. Do a better job as a parent than they did. Yeah, that's fair to say, right? Yeah, and I'll take that. I certainly wasn't a happy child growing up, put it that way. I was always living in fear. So anyway, that's another subject, another topic we could talk about. Bodybuilding was my go-to place. Some people was like, fuck, that's the hardest thing on earth. It's the hardest thing on earth. So that's all Chris Bradley. Fuck him and his Jeep. He's got a beautiful Jeep. Mine is an old bomb now, and he's just got a brand new one. Lovely. That's my dream. Just get one of, not that, because I'm not an off-roader. I just want to get an up-to-date model of this car. And I really want to stick to a Jeep if I can. It doesn't matter if I don't. Just got to get a reliable car, really, that's going to get me from A to B without costing me an arm and a leg. But if I can afford it, if I can afford the arm and a leg, then like Chris does with his cars, then cool. Where money's not a problem. You shouldn't have to worry about money. Yeah, so if I can, I would, definitely, because that'll be something that ultimately I'd like to aim for, so for sure. There to talk about. What I should have is questions and answers. Get me answering questions. That'd be something if I can try and set up. So when the ball gets rolling with my YouTube channel, want you guys to leave some comments below on how I should set up my YouTube, what sort of questions you like me to answer, what sort of questions, fire any questions at me. I might be here and there, everywhere, where you get me channeling, and you get me focused. I get pretty good at being like a guru of some sort. I pretty much am I'm a guru in some ways. It's not that I tend it that way. It just so happens that I'm very gifted in what I do. So I don't have problems with that. I'll accept that. Shaman. I don't know if I'm a shaman. I heal, but heal more in movements. I think there's a call for that. There's a need for that. Prefer that people heal through movements. Yeah, if you can heal yourself through movements, isn't that called self-healing? Yeah, I think so. Instead of always having to go to a healer or shaman to be healed or to be blessed. If you go to a priest, they bless you, or they pray for you. Why don't you do your own prayers? Why don't you do your own blessings? That is a job of a priest, a high priest of some sort, that has this communication only to God. I doubt it. I don't think so. And if it's true, then I would say that the teaching of the Christ did not intend it just for him to heal all things. He shared this specifically so that you can heal yourself to heal others. He passed that on. And I certainly think that all the disciples did pass it on. It's just when you get frickin' humans that like to doctrinize and control and systemized human beings to have control, they would then turn the Bible and rewrite it so that it's in the name of God, it's in this and that and this and that. You got to follow orders. You see, that's where I get all a bit like, no, there's just something wrong. Something ain't right. It just doesn't add up. So yeah, I'm not going to be a sheep that just follows this kind of stuff. I'll be a sheep, but a black sheep that walks this way. Not because I'm black or brown. It's just a metaphor. I'll be the black sheep that walks this way because I see the green pastures on the other side. Not going that way and there's whatever pearly gate type thing, and I need to get to the other side of the gate, pearly gates. There's a fucking chopping board there waiting to chop you up in pieces. You know? So I can see that in life right now, that you know, if things are being fabricated to make out that, you know, it is what it is, and it isn't. You know, they highlight it and make it pretty and really sugarcoat it. They sugarcoat it. And you go to sink your teeth into it, it's just mud and shit and muck. Yucky stuff underneath. That's typical these days. It's just so common. It's not funny. It's ridiculous. You see that in social media. You see it all over the different platforms. It's just bullshit. Well, you ain't gonna get that from me. Like I said, come onto my channel, you ain't gonna hear the truth and nothing but the truth. And if I can't explain it to you in technological terms or in, educated, whatever terms, then I'll just speak my heart, and whatever that may be, it will come out, and it'll come out how I see it. So there you go. I'm nearly home now. It's a beautiful day, as it turns out. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Oh, I want to go down to my house. There's no house there. It's my land now. This is post-fire. All of the videos are post. The Team Ulberg rebuild. Okay, Team Ulberg rebuild. It's building with the mind, the body, and the spirit. It's funny, rebuild. But really, we had a fire. So, the rebuilding of our house as well.